All right, now listen. Again, guys, we started multiplying fractions in 5th grade. We did it in 6th grade, and now I have to do it in 7th grade again. All right, the only difference is I'm going to add in some positives and what? That's it. Everybody knows how to do this. All right, for whatever reason, fractions is really hard for kids. All right, so this is your time for me to help you. One last chance to get this fraction correct. All right, so with that being said, you don't have to write the problems. Just look up here on the board and let me show you something. If the problems are super easy, like my 5th graders, when I used to teach 5th grade, I would make them write everything down. But you've done it now how many times? This is the what? 3rd time. You should be able to look at this and say, come on, man, stop insulting my intelligence. All right, you look at number 1. Everybody's looking at number 1. Sorry, I had to insult your intelligence. This is just from the book, not from me. All right. So if I said to you, what's 7/8 times 1/2? Everybody here is just going to say, obviously what? Obviously what? Say it. Obviously 7/16. Now, some of you are like, man, what is the guy talking about? How are you getting 7/16? Well, instead of asking, how did you get 7/16? You know, if I tell you that's the answer, I'm right. So how did I get 7? I multiplied 7 times 1, and then I multiplied 8 times 2. That's all there was to multiplication. Now, obviously, it gets a little bit harder, but that's the basics. You're multiplying numerators and multiplying denominators and moving on. All right. So now that we have all been refreshed, everybody's now gonna, you don't even have to write that down. You just have to write down the answer. All right. So we're going to go to number 2. Obviously, the answer is what? 2/15. Just write the answer because that's insulting your intelligence. That shouldn't even be in an 8th grade math book. All right. That's embarrassing. All right. Now let's go to number 3. Now we have a problem. All right. So everybody's got to write this one down and then someone tell me why I think there's a problem here. Not because one of them is negative, but that's a good guess. Somebody else who's liking to think. Because what?
3 times 16.
No, even though I know that's 48, but what? Come on, Sebastian, tell me, what were you going to say? Okay, someone else, tell him. The 3's cancel. Brilliant. Right? So we said last year, well, even the year before that, we cross cancel if we can. We're supposed to look this direction right here. And then we look this direction right here and we try to see what can reduce. So now I'm going to write out all the work. I don't mean to insult your intelligence, but this is just what I'm going to do. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to divide the 3 by 3 and this 3 by 3. Does everybody agree with that? And so the 3's then cross out and become a 1, and this is a 1. Now what else? Yes. Divide by 2. So the 16 becomes a what? 8. The 2 becomes a 1. Now, when I was first learning the positives and negatives, the first thing I did was I said, okay, how many negatives do I see? How many negatives do I see? 1. So my answer was automatically what? It's automatically negative. So I just put down negative before I even did the problem. Then I just ignored the positives and negatives after that. So final answer is what? Negative 1/8. Now, remember what I told you just a few minutes ago. If you don't know, you have to ask. I just think it's silly to sit here and not know something. You don't have to know anything about multiplying fractions. I just explained it all. Everybody's good. All right, now we're going to grab 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to come back up here and we're going to grab 4, 5, and 6 and bring them back down. All right, so I get a nice clean sheet. Now, these you all have to write down because we can reduce. If you don't have to reduce anything, you can just give me an answer. So I'm looking at 4. So everybody write that down real quick. But do you have to write down both negatives? No, because it's going to be a what? It's going to be a positive answer. So just put equals. And then we don't even have to worry about putting the what in. We don't have to worry about putting the negatives in. All right, so now, anybody have any trouble reducing? Gage, what am I reducing here?
You're reducing the 10 and the 5.
Thank you, sir. And what am I reducing? 5 becomes a what?
The 5
Becomes a what?
becomes 1.
And the 10 becomes a what? Yes. And then what about 3 and 21? Well, no, we're not cross multiplying, which is a common mistake. We're cross reducing. Cross reducing. So 3 goes into 3 and 3 goes into 21. Now we're understanding. So now we just look at that and say that after all that work, I just have the number what? 2/7. You are amazing. That's easy. Good job. All righty. Uh-oh, we have major problems now. Do you remember about this? Tell me, Davis.
Well, you gotta change it to
Improper.
improper fraction.
Yes, you must convert to improper fractions. So 2 negatives make a what? So immediately, I'm not even going to write this down. Now, listen, you don't have to write this fraction down. In your head, everybody should be able to say 4 1/2 is just the same as what? 9/2. So you just write down 9/2. You don't have to write 4 1/2. Just write 9/2. Is everybody with me? Everybody's good? 1 1/9 then is the same as what? 10/9. Now you should be able to look at that pretty quickly and say, well, I know the 9 and the 9 cancel to a what? 1, 10, and 2. What does that reduce to? 1 and 5. 1 times 5. 1 times 1. 5 divided by 1. Everybody knows. Come on, that's simple, simple. All right, simple. All right. Let's knock out number 6 now. Is my answer going to be positive or negative? So I just write negative, and then when I'm writing down the problem, I don't even put down the positive or negative after that. But let's change 2 1/2. What does 2 1/2 become? 5/2. All right, 5 2/3. Thank you. 17/3. Now, that's what you can write on your paper. And if you want, it'd be a good idea to put the negative there anyway. All right, that's what I need from you. Now, multiplying. Can I reduce anything here? No. So now we need to practice our mental math. 5 times 10.
60.
What? 5 times 10 today is what? 5 times 7. 50 plus 35. Now, guys, if you practice that with me every day for the next 2 years, your mental math is going to be great. If you're just sitting there going, man, he's so good at that. That's 85. I don't have to do any work. You're making a mistake. You're supposed to be practicing. When I say what's 5 times 70, you're supposed to come along with me. 5 times 10, 50. 5 times 7, 35. 35 and 50, 85. Now your brain's exercised your mental math. All right. So that's 85 over what? What? Man, 85 over 6, guys. I know some of you are saying 2 times 3 is 5. I understand the problem. I see that. And then don't forget it's what? Negative. All right, now we're going to practice mental math one more time right now. I want to convert this into a mixed fraction. I need to convert this into mixed fraction. So here we go. We're doing the division. 6 goes into 8. How many times? 1 time. How many left over? 2. So I throw a 2 in the corner. 6 goes into 25. 4 times with how many left over? 1/6. everybody should be able to say that's negative 14 and 1/6. Is anybody having any issues with converting from an improper to a mixed fraction? Anybody have any trouble with a mixed fraction? Nobody? All right. Now, because nobody had any problems, then in advanced math, you leave things as improper fractions. Is everybody with me? So our answer is just negative 85/6. You can leave it as an improper fraction tonight, but they can't reduce. All right. Those cannot be reduced. Here we go. All right. Does anybody have any questions with that? Here you go. That's what I just said. Thank you very much for, restating that. All right. Negative 85/6 is good. Is that all right or not? What? Titus, what's the matter? It broke? Just go sharpen it now. Back there, quick. Hurry up. Come on, I got work to do, and you're worried about a pencil lead. Hey, the other one's usually better. Try the one on the left. Go the one on the left. Right there. Stick that in. See what happens. All right. There we go. Now, please, no one has any questions with that, right? Nope, that's easy. All right. Now we're going to come down here, and I'm going to grab the algebra component of the lesson. All right. Now, the algebra component of the lesson is super easy. All right. It's just you got to be careful. So here we go. Paste. Here we go. Now, you don't have to write x times y down. You don't have to do that. You just have to tell me, bless you. You just have to tell me what is the x value. So we're going to write 14/15 times what's the y value? I like that. Just convert it right off the bat. It's what? Negative 7/5. Everybody should be able to do that. Does everybody understand that part? Anybody have any issues with that? All right. Now, can I reduce anything?
No.
Somebody else, can I reduce anything? He's been wrong all week. Can I reduce anything? What? Wait a minute. Can I reduce anything? What? Shh. What can I reduce? How many times does 7 go into 15 evenly? He was right. I'm telling you, he's got lucky today. He got one right. All right. Can anything reduce? No, 7 doesn't go into 15, and 14 and 5 have nothing in common. So yes, he finally got one right this month. All right. So here we go. Let's check it out now. All right. We're practicing mental math. 7 times 10, 7 times 4, 70 plus 28, 98, positive or negative? Negative 98 over 5 times 10, 5 times 5, 50 plus 25. We are great. Do I have to convert that to a mixed fraction? No, because we're advanced. We don't need to do that. I know you know that's negative 1 and 23 over 75. I know you know that. All right. Let's practice z times z. So we're going to say negative 3/7 times negative 3/7. Sorry to insult your intelligence. That's just a what? 9 over what? 49. Sorry, that was too easy. All right. Anybody have any issues with that? All right. Now I have to do x times z. What is x again? 14/15 times what's z? We are great. Negative 3/7. Dylan, what am I reducing? You are amazing. What am I reducing by? Wow. Final answer. Nope. Wow. Thank you for catching that. 3 turns into 1. 15 turns into a what? Now, when I multiply, I end up with, is that the final answer? Don't forget the what? See, that's what I'm saying. When you start reducing, does everybody see how you forget a negative? So that's why I like to say at the very beginning, I'm going to go ahead and make it negative. Sorry, I'm sorry, you're feeling bad. You want to? Go get some water or something, all right? I know it. All right. Just let me know. I don't care. All right, bud. All right, do your best. All right, anybody have any questions with 7, 8, or 9? Anybody? All right, here we go. Let's check out 10, 11, and 12. Here we go. Pulling it right here. All right, so here we go. Now everybody needs to write down 3/4. What's X again, people? 14 over 15. What's Z? -3 over 7. So is my answer positive or negative? So I automatically throw down a negative so I don't have to make a mistake. Now I need some help. Someone. All right. Titus, let you go. What am I crossing out?
So wait, it would be 14 over 15 times 3 -3
What can I reduce is the question.
you can use 14 and 7.
Yes, this 14 becomes a what? And the 7 becomes a, thank you, sir. Is that the only thing that can reduce from there? Not yet. What else, please? No, I don't want to times anything. I want you to reduce for me. You're doing great, man. Yes. That's how easy. You are amazing. So you just have to be careful. Let's say for some reason he didn't see the 2 and the 4 reduced. Did that really matter? Because then at the end, you would have to what? Reduce again. Is everybody with me on this? All right, tell me what you're thinking. You know what? I'm really proud of you. That's what I would have done. 100%.
That's what I did.
Very smart. Very, very good if you guys did that. Really smart. Or really smart. That's exactly how I was. I did it as quickly as I possibly can, but my difference was I didn't make mistakes. And some of you guys make what? You got to be careful. I'm just kidding. I made all kinds of mistakes. All right. But learn the hard way. All right. That's a really good idea. Everybody see what he said? We just took our answer to number 9 and multiplied it by 3/4. That was really smart. Really, really smart. All right. That's how you think about it. All right. I would always try to do it quickly. All right. I'm happy with that. 4y. What is y again? No, it's not. Tell him. Close. Thank you. -7 over 5. Can anything reduce here? Thank you for the help. 4 over 1, most definitely.
Oh, you cannot do.
Cannot reduce. So what's my answer? Stop. Give me an answer. Give me a correct answer, please. You got to start giving me some right answers, man. Oh, here we go. Oh, this one, the book. It's capital PRE, capital ALGEBRA, 2023. All right. Everybody's good with 11, right? You know the next one? All right. What's Z? 7/3 times what? Tell me, Kirsten. Yes. Times -3/7. Oh. Tell us. Because everything what? Everything cancels. So everybody, that's embarrassing. You don't have to write that down. Just say, wow, that's insulting my intelligence. Why would you even give me a problem like that? That's obviously just -1. Anybody have any issues with that? All right, now it appears like you have a lot of work. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do the hard problems now. All right, so we're going to jump down all the way to question 39 and 40. And I'm going to do 39 and 40 with you, and that will guarantee that you can do all of them correctly. All right, so now you don't have to skip all the way down to 39 and 40. If you want, you just keep going 39 and 40, and then just, I don't care if it's out of order a little bit.
35.
No, I said 39 and 40 I'm going to do. I'm going to do 39 and 40 with you, and then after I'm done with this, I'm leaving you on your own to finish this thing up. All right, so I think everybody is good. So everybody's looking at 39. Now, I don't want you to write it down exactly this way first. I want you to convert it the way you should. All right. So this would be -6/11 times -4/1 times what? -11/4 times 1/3. Now, I really don't write down all the negatives either. I just put a negative and then I get rid of all my negatives because with all those negatives, sometimes I used to make a mistake. Does everybody agree with that? You don't have to do it that way. All right. But sometimes I know it's annoying having all those negatives in the way. Sometimes it looks like subtraction or something. All right. Is everybody with me? All right. So help me out, guys. Now, what can I look at and cross out right away? All right, Cal, what do you got? 4 and 4. Everybody just cut that out, cut that out. Lila, what else can I cut out? Very good choice. 6 becomes a what? 3 becomes a beautiful. Someone else. Milo. Chop down them 2 11s. As long as one is on the top and one is on the bottom, it could be a mile away. You still can do what? Chop them down. In order to chop them down, you got to have one on the top and one on the bottom. All right. So everybody's now looking at that saying, obviously, this is just what? Negative what? -2. Anybody have any problems with that being -2? Everybody agreeing with me? Simple, simple. Anybody have any problems with multiplying fractions? All right, let's try one more just to make sure the other hard one. All right, let's knock out 40. So I want you to write -9/10 times what? 7/1 times what? 7/3 times 1/21. All right. What am I chopping down now? Gabby, what am I going to chop down? And that becomes a what? And you're great. Someone else. Go ahead, Molly, I like it. Well, okay, chopping down the one's not really going to help us. Tell me, I know, I'm teasing you. Go, tell me what else. Now remember, all it has to be is one on the top and one on the bottom. Tell her. 9 and 3. You can chop down to 9 and chop down to 3. So this 9 becomes a what?
3.
And the 3 here becomes a what? Can I chop anything else down? Tell them. Well, yeah, but you chop them down to 1 still. You with me? So it's okay. It's all right. What else? Come on, people. Everybody should be able to see there's one more to go. Tell them. Wait is not a number. Never mind. Tell them, Miss Elliott. Of course, we can knock out this 3 right here. We can knock out this 3. Does everybody agree?
Yes.
Now I'm just left with a what and a what. Do those reduce? No. How many negatives did I see? So the answer is over 10. All right. Now hold up, guys. Does everybody understand how I showed my work on that, right? Right. You can't just give me the answers now tomorrow. We're not doing that. Yes, sir. Cross reducing, I'd like to say.
If it's the same number, it's just compared to.
Right, because it's a 1. Right. You're essentially dividing. That's what it reduced down. All right. So now listen here, guys. We're not doing the word problems. 33, 34. Those are outs. All right. So your job right now is 15 through 32 and 35 through 38. Those are the ones you have to finish. It looks like quite a bit, but it's really not.
Wait,
All right.
15 through 30.
15 through 32, and then 35 through 38. That's what you need to complete. All right, good work for today, guys. Yes, ma'am.